I'm going to go ahead and get started. I hope everyone's doing really well tonight. We're going to start standing in Tadasana and mountain pose. So take a moment and check out that the heels are directly underneath your hips. We're just going to work up the lines of energy from the ground to the top. So looking down at your feet, go ahead and fan the toes, lift up all 10 toes really wide. And just start to notice if you can find the balance point between the four corners of your feet, 2 front corners, 2 back corners. And start to draw the toes back towards the heels as if you're lifting up the arches. So we've already got engagement in the legs. We're connected in through there. We'll offer a little bit of tone into the low belly, drawing the belly back into the sacrum. And we start to just find a little bit of length and space between each and every vertebra. Take some time, soften the jaw. Just notice your shoulders. Are they kind of hunched forward? Would they like to maybe lift up towards the ears and back, and then just softly rest down. Just imagine you're draping your scapula off of the clavicle. And just find some length and space in the neck. The tongue can be heavy here. Thank you, guys. We're coming into alignment. It's a really powerful statement right now to offer to oneself, a powerful intention. We're coming into alignment. There's a lot of swirling information. What does your heart speak? What is your truth? Come into alignment with that. And it's amazing what happens when we actually anatomically get in alignment, how much clearer the energy can move through us, and we can listen to our heart's truth, to our truth. We can make a choice. There are 2 paths. I'm going to quote Led Zeppelin real quick, right? Yes, there are 2 paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on, right? And just tap in to your heart space, knowing that the 2 roads are often love or fear. Do you choose love or do you choose fear? And how we get into alignment and know that we're on the highest course is by choosing love. Holding the space for love. So this is what we'll hold right now for 3 breaths, allowing our intention to be alignment with love. Alignment with love. Let's bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, to the heart center. Connect into your beautiful beating heart, the pulse that is love, that is you. And let's receive our breath, reach up, and just take a little bit of movement here. If you want to open up through the arms, just listen to your body. What would it really like to do here for a minute? Just kind of any kinks you want to get out. The legs should be kind of tired, right? We held a really strong, solid Tadasana for a while. If you want to start to open up in the ankles. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about chin length here. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the back of your skull with the pinky right back there at the occiput, and your left hand, draw it knuckles up to the chin. So you're creating traction with this back hand, and just a slight depression of the chin down into that front hand. So just create some length. You might feel a little funny, like you're giving yourself a double chin. Oh well, right? Okay. And we'll come into anatomical position and just start to glide the chin back. Just rolling the skull front to back, gliding it on the atlas. That's that very first bone at the top of the spine that connects it to the skull. Okay. We're going to work through the energy now. We're going to work from head down to feet. And so you'll start to feel this energetic current. Go ahead and look over the shoulders. Trying to keep the shoulders stationary as you swivel And pivot on the skull. We'll come back through center. Let's drop the ear. That feels good. If you want to integrate the shoulders, wonderful. Let's do the other side. And come back through. Yawns are wonderful. Yawns are very therapeutic. So let's make some shoulder rolls. Change direction. If you want to get the elbows involved, great. We're just going to open up that left arm in front. Change direction in a way that's safe and natural for you. We'll do the opposite arm and change direction. Okay, we're going to isolate into ribs here. So bring your fingers to your rib cage, shift the ribs off to the right, off to the left. So we're really isolating through here, thoracic mobility, laterally moving. Okay, now we're going to isolate into the pelvis. So just really isolate little circles in the pelvis. Kind of like a belly dancer, you can really feel the abdominal wall working here. So you can start to feel this energy move through. Now we're to the hips. Bring the feet together and just little circles in the knees. Isolating the pelvis here, it can be a little tricky. Just the knees. Okay, we're going to balance into that. My left leg, your right, whatever one you want to do. Isolate in the hip socket, keeping the knee in the same plane as the hip. Internal rotation, we'll drop those toes in just little circles in that ankle. Flex and point. More circles. Fan the toes. Drop the leg. And notice the difference. One side's completely integrated, connected. And now we'll do the other side. Get a gift for that other side. So we'll bring it up, lift this leg, this femur up through the low belly muscles, internal, external rotation. Try to keep the hip down. Sometimes it hikes up. Try to keep it down and rooted. Okay, we'll drop the toes, little circle. Try to isolate just in that ankle joint. We'll change direction, we'll lift it up. More circles, and a point and a flex. Bending the toes, and arrive. We'll tap in, connect into your back body. Feel the energetic currents moving through your joints, through your veins. We'll inhale, palms together to the heart center, and exhale, press the earth away. Integrate your shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms up, look up. Exhale, press the palms down and feel yourself grow taller. Find that traction that you just created in your neck. Feel that. Breathing in, rise up, look up. Exhale, pressing down, hands as if they're moving through thick honey. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Now we'll go ahead, interlace the fingers, flip the palms, press the palms away from each other, pressing the elbows away from each other as well. Keep sucking the armpits in. Receive a full breath. And on the exhale, we'll bend into the knees, shift the hips off to the right, body up and over to the left. Receive a big breath in. Now exhale, extend through the legs. Keep hugging the body in, belly in towards the sacrum. Root down to inhale and rise up. Big breath in. Exhale, press the earth away. And breathe. Notice the space that we've created on this side. Integrate the shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Let's bring a different thumb on top. Flip the palms. Pull the palms apart. Receive your breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend into the knees. Hips off to the side. Body up and over. My hips are off to my right. Body up and over to the left. Receive your breath. Inhale to extend your legs. Bottom ribs slightly forward. Top shoulder slightly back. Belly's engaged. Receive your breath, rise tall, and exhale, press through the air, hands to heart center. Connect to your pulse. You're alive. You made it this far, congratulations. You made it to the moment of truth. Fear or love, 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Bringing the hands together to the heart. Receive your breath in. Exhale, palms press down. Root down to inhale, sweep your arms up, and exhale, hinging forward fold. I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit and walk it out, just some movement, real nice and easy here. Tonight, we won't do too many forward folds. I've got a little injury going on, okay? So hamstring is a little bit impinged. We're gonna bend into the knees a little bit, engage through the belly, receive your breath in, and slowly float the arms up parallel to the earth. Now take a moment here to isometrically draw the feet in towards each other, shift the weight way back into the heels, connect deeply into your glutes so the hip flexors can relax. And if you'd like to balance a little bit, explore by lifting one leg up, maybe begin to sink. Just an exploration, shifting over to the next side. So we're really deeply opening up into the ankle joint, ribs hug in, maybe shifting over. Breathing in, back into Utkatasana, feet. Legs hug in towards the midline. Receive your breath, sweep the arms up overhead. And find your alignment. Find what's true for you. 2 more breaths. Receive, inhale, and out. 1 more breath here. Inhale to root down. Exhale, press the arms down. Let's bring the palms to Anjali Mudra. Connect to the heart space. Connect to your pulse. Receive a breath in, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, long spine. We'll bend the knees and exhale, step the right leg back. Go ahead and release that right knee down. Find a little bit of movement, front to back rock. If you want to open up the hamstring, we can extend that left leg, flexing the toes back. 1 more breath here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll land slightly forward with the left knee right on top of that left heel. Go ahead and shift the hips back now and just start to draw the right ankle in towards the right hip. We're going to reach back for this right ankle with the left hand and start to spiral the heart open. Now it's up to us if we want to start to walk that left foot forward. Maybe start to bring this right forearm down towards the earth. There's all kinds of options. This may be our option tonight. This may be an option. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. Can explore in this bandha, the openness, the pulse. And receive your breath. Tone through the low belly. Release the hands. We'll inhale, sweep the right knee off the earth, draw the foot forward, and exhale, forward fold. Half lift, long spine, bend into the knees, and we'll step back on that left knee. We'll take some time, maybe a gentle rock front to back, if you're wanting to open up in the right hamstring. Right quadricep, we shift forward. Okay, so we're going to shift the hips back, so we've got 90-degree angles. Start to draw the left heel in towards the left hip, reaching back for it. Keep the hips shifting back. And then we'll exhale, keeping heel close to hip. Draw the pelvis forward. Begin to spiral, open your beautiful heart towards the sky. Shifting through. Maybe incrementally, we find our path. We walk the right toes forward a little bit. Maybe start to release the left forearm down. Continually hugging in towards the midline. 1 more breath here. And we'll inhale to shift back through neutral, rising tall off of the left knee. Receive your breath in, left foot forward, half lift. And fold, release. Inhale, root down to rise up. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Tone from the midline. Rooting, folding forward. Exhale. Inhale, half lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, release. We'll breathe in, lift up halfway, bend into the knees, and we'll step the left leg back again. We'll take a moment, walk up the right thigh. We're shifted back through 90 degrees. Draw everything in toward the midline. And then exhale with the power of the right hamstring. We're starting to draw the hips forward. Sweep the arms up halfway. Reaching shoulders up, back, and down. Receive your breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale. Begin to crawl the fingertips back. Walking the scapula down the spine. Coming into Anjaneyasana. Okay. Anjaneya is, in Hindu folklore, is the mother of Hanuman, the monkey god. Okay. The splits. One more big breath in here. And we exhale. Fold, release. Sweeping up, inhale, left knee forward, left foot forward. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, half lift. Open the knees and step the right knee back. Walking up. Draw the right knee forward, left foot back, firm and tone into the midline. Knit the ribs together, lift the heart, and exhale, draw the hips forward. We'll sweep the arms up halfway, integrate into the shoulders, and draw the arms, the fingers, just draw a line back, drawing a line through the sky. Opening up your beautiful heart, trusting the support you have behind you. Any movement at all, if you want to bring anything into those arms. One more breath here. And exhale, float the palms down. Breathing in, right knee lifts, right foot forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root down from the pelvis to rise up. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart center, breathe. Receive your breath. Exhale, palms down by the hips. Let's go ahead and take a wide stance on the mat now. So in a wide stance, we have the arms out parallel to the floor. The heels will be directly underneath the wrists. I'm going to draw the toes in just slightly to see that the line between the second toe and the center of the ankle in both feet are parallel to each other. So we're drawing in through the midline. Now shift the femur bones way back and start to bend into the knees. Keep drawing the feet in towards the midline. You're going to feel the glutes work quite a lot. We're going to shift the weight into the right leg and into the left. Keep firming and toning the glutes. Shifting through. Maybe flexing, finding openness, expansion in that extended leg. Three, and two, and last one. Shift back through center, bend into the knees, and we'll start to extend through the legs here. Maybe releasing the forearms down. Continue to find strength and power in the legs. If you want some traction, open up the fingers. As the fingers reach forward, the scapula continue to draw back towards the tailbone. 2 more breaths. On an inhale, we'll draw the palms, wrists directly underneath the shoulders. Go ahead and bring the left hand into the midline and bring your right hand palm down to the sacrum. So the elbow will be up towards the sky. Palm's going to stay down so we keep the sacrum level. Receive your breath, get long, and on the exhale, press into the earth with the left hand as you rotate your chest towards the sky. This right hand's going to stay right there because it helps us know what the pelvis is doing. Once you feel secure there, go ahead and inhale, float that top arm up. Great, lots of length and space in the neck. You can swivel. It's a happy neck. And we'll bring that right arm down. Breathe. We'll bring the right hand into the midline. Same action, left hand comes to the sacrum, elbows up. Receive your breath in, get long and tall, and exhale, a gentle twist. Over to that next side. Keep integrating in through the shoulder sockets. Legs are solid and strong. One more breath here. Maybe you float that top arm up. And we'll exhale, float it down. Shaking out the head. Allowing any tension to melt out through the exhale. One more breath here. Inhale, coming up halfway, firm and tone through the midline. Bring the hands to the hips, bend the knees. Receive your breath to come up. We'll heel toe together, step together. Samastiti, open up the palms, breathe through the palms. Breathe. Opening up through the feet. Let's face the front of the mat again. Receive your breath. Inhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe offer a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, hinge, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let's step back one leg, then the other, and we'll find plank. Now remembering what it felt like to be in Tadasana, can we find that same anatomically aligned shape while we've just tipped over? Press the earth away. Shoulder girdle is protected. Shoulders are in socket. Receive your breath. Exhale, bend the knees, press it back. Downward facing dog. Be walking out one foot at a time. Enjoying the process. Opening up the back of the body. Downward facing dog is a wonderful shape to realign, to get back into a neutral spine with all of its beautiful curves. 2 more breaths here. We'll receive a breath in, rock forward into plank. Exhale, bend the knees. And just shake out the head. Let's just shift side to side a little bit as we settle into tabletop. Draw the inner heels together. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, dome the back, round the spine. Breathing in, opening up. Breathing out, rounding, doming through. One more of these, so we're really undulating through the spine like a beautiful wave. And we'll come back through center. Breathing in, let's extend out through the right leg. Keep the pelvis squared and draw the right foot up. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Draw the right heel into the right hip. Sweep the left arm back, finding that ankle. So keep some power and connection here. The chest is lifting. We're hugging the right heel in as the right foot continues to press away from the hand. Receive your breath. Inhale, tone through the low belly. And exhale, release through. Wiggling out that right wrist. It might feel a little bit tense. Take some articulated rotations. We'll inhale that left leg up. Really square off through the pelvis. Sweep the right arm up. Find your balance point. Find your alignment. Hug the heel. Flip the palm. Reach it back. And you always have a choice. 2 more breaths. Receive your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Release it out. Let's take a little break. I love breaks. We're going to bring the big toes together. Open up the knees. And draw the palms. Create a little pillow with the forearms. And give yourself a lot of love. A lot of love. You're worth it. A lot of love. Two more breaths here. And last breath. Okay. So go ahead and come on into a kneeling shape. And then we're going to take it with the hips, pelvis right on top of the knees. Flex the toes. And draw the heels, especially that center inner heel in towards each other isometrically. We'll bring the hands to the hips. Find that connection as if we were in Tadasana, even right here, right now. There's length in the neck, and there's an inner rotation in the spiral in the hips, drawing the belly back in towards the sacrum. Receive your breath, lift the heart, and on the exhale with hands to pelvis, just start to slightly press it forward. Walk the scapula down the spine, draw the inner heels together, find ease in the neck, low belly's toned. Firm and engage through the hamstrings. It allows the quadriceps to release. Try to relax the glutes. One more breath here. And we'll breathe in nice and slow. Draw the pelvis back underneath the shoulders, and it rolls up. Skull last, rolls up last. Big full breath. That's deeply opening to the central nervous system, so it's normal if you feel a little bit lightheaded after that. So deep, full belly breaths. One more breath. We'll do that one more time. So a nice little, just gentle camel shape, gentle back bend. As gentle as camel can be. Okay, the heels hug in, hands to pelvis. Try to relax the glutes, internally rotate the thighs to offer the coccyx forward. Receive your breath, inhale. And exhale, the pelvis starts to press forward. Try to relax the glutes. Continue to draw the belly in towards the spine, and maybe one hand at a time finds a heel. Maybe you reach up. Okay, find your fullest expression, the truest version of you in this moment, right here and now. And last breath here, fully integrated. Fully protected. And we'll inhale up. Exhale, let it go. Be with your sensations. What do you feel? And open up the palms. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're going to come into tabletop once more. Bend the fingers. Left leg back, right leg back. Bend the knees and exhale. Downward facing dog. Open up the heels. Inhale, rock the body forward. Exhale, go ahead and release that bottom knee, left knee for me. Left hand into the midline. And pivot out and through that left leg. We're rotating open through the chest, tone through the low belly. Inhale, the right leg rises. We're in a variation of gate pose. Savasana, actually side plank. We'll start to shift in through our gate pose in a minute. Inhale, exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Breathing in, breathing out. One more of these. Inhale, exhale. Drawing up. Exhale, release the right foot down. Inhale, pull the body up, shoulders on top of hips, left arm up. Exhale, body up and over to the right. Firm and tone through the midline. And maybe you choose to lift the outer right foot off of the mat. A lot of times we hear this cue. What happens if you extend and flex through that muscular activation? Receive a big breath in. We'll float up. Down and around, square off the pelvis. Maybe draw the knee into the nose. We'll reach that right leg back. And exhale, knee down. Receive your breath in, reach the legs back to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, downward facing dog. Opening up through the ankles, keep gripping the mat through all 10 fingertips. Receive your breath, rock and roll forward, bend into the knees. And then we will, from tabletop, little kickstand in the right leg, right hands into the midline. We open up through the left leg, firm and tone the belly in towards the sacrum, drawing the left leg up. Lots of ease here. We'll float the left arm up. Just find openness and expression, maybe drawing the elbow to the knee. So taking our time, being patient with ourselves. And then what did we do? We drew it down to allow the magnetization to pull you up. Drawing the right arm up, and then the body up and over. Just noticing what happens with that extended left leg. Lift the quadricep. Draw the femur bones back, femoral heads back. Opening up through. Feel the top of the thigh pressing away from the earth. And we'll receive the breath in. And gracefully, maybe drawing through. And we'll shift it back. Bring the toes together, tops of the feet to the mat. And once more, Tadasana, child's pose, extending in the arms, maybe a pillow. Maybe reverse Namaskar. What honors and serves you for 3 breaths. One more breath. And take your time. Softly shift through tabletop, plank, downward facing dog. And if you want to just play around with it a little bit, shift back and forth from plank to downward facing dog, and the distance between the hands and the feet stays the same. That distance stays the same. 3 more breaths, whatever you're wanting to do, however you're wanting to explore. Maybe cat and cow tilts. Last breath here. And we'll breathe in, root down into the heels of the palms, grip the floor to start to tiptoe the feet forward. Shake out the head. Crisscross at the elbows if you'd like. Maybe draw open in this rib cage, melting any tension out the crown of the head. And we'll inhale halfway, palms press into hips, elbows draw in together. There's length in the spine, and we keep the curves as we draw up to Tadasana. 2 breaths. Let's bring the hands to the hips. And begin to shift the weight into the left leg. We'll draw this right heel in towards the right hip. A lot of action of what we've been doing this evening. Shift the right knee into the same plane as the left. Reach down with that right hand, turning the palm up to clasp around the ankle. Start to draw this right shoulder forward. So we're squaring off in the pelvis. Receive your breath. Maybe float the left arm up. Receive another breath, inhale. And on the exhale, we'll start to press up and back, kicking away from the hand as the hand draws back. Checking in with the jaw. Remember your purpose, your statement of purpose, your alignment, and to love. 1 more breath here. And exhale, softly begin to shift out and forward. Keep the leg lifted right where it is. We're going to keep drawing the heel in towards the hip. Receive both arms up, inhale, and exhale. Now let's just take the left arm down and around to find the right ankle. Even if it's just the intention. Maybe it doesn't find it, maybe it does. Intention is everything. Receive your breath. Square off the shoulders, square off the hips. Trying to show that alignment here. And maybe start to kick back in the right leg now. Opening up the left side. Maybe reaching back on that right arm. Opening up and through. Receive your breath, big full breath in, and exhale. Just going to release out, same leg, same hand, and breathe. Stay with the sensation, and then let it go. It's over. Nice work. Let's do our next side. So Natarajasana, dancing in alignment, dancer's pose. So hands to the pelvis. We've shifted the weight into that right leg. Draw the left heel into the hip so we can really feel the hamstring activate here. Left palm is up, reaches back to the inside of that left heel, left ankle. We open up through the chest. It's a back bend. And so we begin to kick into the hand, drawing the body forward and checking in. Whenever you want to bring that right arm up. You've probably noticed by now I'm kind of a rebel, I guess. Okay. Hugging in, receive your breath. Opening up through quadriceps engaged in that standing leg. Finding ease. Be love. One more breath in. And let's draw it in. Keep that leg there. We're just going to flip-flop in the arms. Reaching for that back foot in the right arm. Shoulders up and back. Right palm is up. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, kicking up and back. Maybe we sweep that left arm down and around. Maybe we find that ankle and open up through the chest. Ooh, and I'm losing it. Breathing. If we fall out, we can get right back into it. One more breath. And let's release. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Be with your breath. Pause. Deep full belly breaths. Okay, turn to face your mat long ways. Lengthwise, we'll come into a medium stance here. The medium is just a little slightly less wide than wide, right? So it's inside the wrist a little bit. The feet will be parallel to each other. And then let's go ahead and draw the heels in, toes out. Receive your breath and exhale, just pressing down through. And once you're here, you can play around a little bit. Get your stance really solid so that most of the weight, it's still rooted and grounded into those four corners. We're drawing the toes back, trying to lift up through the arch of the heel, arch of the foot rather. Knees are opening out, hips slightly pressed forward. So check in. You can see that the big toes are visible to the inside of the knee. Inhale, let's sweep that left arm up, and exhale, body up and over. I'll draw it back through center. Inhale, up and over. Breathing in, arms out. Go ahead and draw the right ear. And center, exhale, drop the left ear. And center. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, stay in alignment. 3, 2, and 1. You are love. Inhale, sweep it up. Engage the legs. Exhale, hands to the heart center, breathe. Okay, we'll bring the hands to the hips. So go ahead and turn your right toes in, hips, pelvis forward, left toes out. Now drawing the right hip forward, left hip back. Receive your breath, float the arms up, parallel to the floor. Turn the palms, turn the thumbs, and then we'll draw the palms towards each other into reverse namaskar. If that's not doing it for you, no worries. Just draw the elbows in tight towards the ribs. Hold on anywhere between the ribs and the elbows, and begin to lift the elbows up as we exhale and forward fold. Neck is long here. We stay balanced, rooted into the midline, drawing everything in. Receive your breath. Inhale, draw tall. Keep the hands right where they are. Squaring off the hips, turning the left toes in, hips out, right toes out. Draw this femoral head back, press this left hip forward. Especially anchor through that outer left heel. Arms wherever you'd like them to be, what serves you most. Inhale, gather length in your spine, and exhale, leaning up and over that right leg. Wherever we are, whatever we've chosen for our arms, the elbows are reaching up towards the ceiling. Remember that sensation of creating traction in your neck. Find it here. And one more breath here. And we will inhale to root down and rise up, feet forward. And exhale, release, let it go. We'll keep the feet in a wide-ish stance. Turn the toes out once again. We're going to talk about mula bandha for a minute. Mula bandha means root lock. Root lock is what helps lift all of these lower abdominals to help things like crow, any kind of headstand inversion, helps get all of this extra weight, so to speak, lighter. I think of light as a feather, stiff as a board. So we just start to tone through that. And I personally like to find my mula bandha in a goddess squat. So we find that here. You can feel lots of ease, lots of lightness here. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Draw the abdominals in towards each other. You'll feel the engagement right in through here. Mula bandha. One more breath. Building some heat too. And inhale, extend the legs. We'll pivot, parallel the feet. Engage through mula bandha. And exhale, hinge, forward fold. So this time we're gonna work it out a little bit. If you'd like to try any kind of Tadasana variation, the firefly variation, just going to start to lock the shoulders behind the legs. And once we're here, maybe we're wanting to extend the legs a little bit wider. In Tadasana variation, we can start to reach the hips back, walk the shoulders behind the knees. And just find our mula bandha. Option besides Tadasana is Malasana, garland pose. Wonderful exploration for mula bandha as well. Can you lift the arms? What happens when you lift the arms? Find ease. Continue to lift up the root lock. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Open up the heart, engage the mula bandha, receive your breath, and exhale. Let's extend through the legs, just walk it out, wiggle it out a little bit. Then we'll start to move into Gomukhasana. It's a really lovely hip opener sequence. So from a forward fold, we're going to start to walk our hands cross to the right. Keep walking, and eventually we'll land facing the opposite direction with the right knee on top of the left. So take some time and ensure as much as possible that the sacrum and pelvis is level, right side and left side, with the floor. Press the pinky edges of both feet down into the floor. Check in with your jaw. If this is uncomfortable in any part of your knees or your hips, you don't have to keep that knee right on top of the other. Maybe we can open up a little bit if this bottom knee is bothering you. Go ahead and extend that leg. You might want to hang out here. This is an option. This is an option. We'll be here for four more breaths. Checking in with the jaw. You can incorporate Gomukhasana arms if that's calling out to you. The fingers may clasp behind the back. The left arm up, it's just the opposite arm to knee. Personally, I like to bring my left hand to my right foot and my right hand to my left foot. It helps me feel like a nicely integrated circuit. Staying with my hips. And one more breath here. To come out of this shape, we're just going to reverse our little dance. So whereas we started walking over to the right in our bodies, this time we'll shift off to the left. Keep walking to the left. Feet are going to move as well and pivot as well. And we just keep walking to the left until the left knee is on top of the right. Create lots of space for the pelvis to have plenty of room. It's square off and level, left side and right side parallel-ish to the floor. We find our variations, what serves and honors us. These are wonderful moments of exploration of our internal landscape, the paths that we have, the choices that we've made, that we continue to make every day. Take this time to explore your inner landscape. Honor your process. Be here for 2 more breaths. Nice long slow breath, so 1 more breath. And then we'll go ahead and inhale. Lift the shoulders if they were in a fold. Let's release this top leg and just kind of naturally allow it to go. Shake out the legs. We'll draw the feet together. Find a lot of length and lift through the power of your abdominal wall. Mula bandha can lift here as well. So feeling that lift of mula bandha, we'll go ahead and find a little Tadasana, bringing the heels of the palms directly underneath the shoulders and press through the heels of the palms, creating length in the neck, integration in the shoulder sockets, and just find mula bandha. Keeping that length and lift in the chest, we'll go ahead and we'll draw the left knee in towards the chest. You can draw that left knee back beyond the left shoulder. Length and lift. And then we'll go ahead, draw this left ankle to the outside of that right knee. We can place the palms down and then draw that right heel in towards the right hip. Immediately start to feel this glute opening. Maybe a little swivel side to side. Personally, my hips feel kind of tight lately. Okay, so we've got this left leg up. I'm gonna drop that left foot down, right heel in, rise tall, lift up. A gentle twist will bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Continue to press the pinky toe edge of that right foot down, the bottom foot down. Maybe find a little bind. And we'll inhale to unwind. Release the top left leg. Shake out the pelvis, shake out the hips. Opening up again through Tadasana, sitting tall. Drawing the right leg back. Take some time opening up through. So we're pressing this right knee beyond the right shoulder maybe. Just opening up through. Drawing that foot across. You can bring it to the top of the thigh. Drag that left heel in towards the left hip to open up through. You'll feel it immediately. A lot of times when we go in for cradling the baby, we're in some really deep flexion in the spine, right? We want to keep it open and lengthen, and the way we can do that is using the rest of our body. So we're really in the hip rather than anywhere else in the spine. One more breath here. And then we'll shift through. So the right heel comes down, right foot comes down. Walk the left heel back. Try to shift that right sit bone back down. Rise tall. Pivot. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And breathe. Integrating both shoulders into the socket. There's ease and movement in the neck. We'll inhale to unwind our spine. Extend the legs. Shake it out. Let's go ahead and bend to our knees. We'll hold on to the backs of the legs and take your time. Just making sure you've got plenty of room behind you. And really take your time here. You can hold on to the thighs or just one vertebra at a time. So kind of incorporating everything we've been working on. Draw it back. It can be a little easier if you extend the legs, flex through the toes. You can root down even through here. Mula bandha's lifting, helping us lower nice and slow. And that feels good. We'll do one more shape before we finish off in Savasana. Cat pulling its tail. So it's a nice little twist, as well as a front body quadriceps opener. And it's also lovely for helping to integrate the two hemispheres of the brain, creating that circuitry that I had mentioned. So we'll shift the hips off to the left, release the knees off to the right. We're going to reach this right heel up and back for the left hand. And so it's cat pulling its tail. And we can start to extend this left leg. What would feel really good to you right now? You want to hold your head in your hand. Opening up through. One more breath. And we'll inhale back through center. Pause for a moment. Swivel the head. Just enjoy the unique ridges in your skull. The knees bent. We'll shift the hips off to the right. Drop the knees off to the left. We can start to stack the right on top of the left, reaching the left back. Maybe it can be a little bit of a brain buster too. And finding that left heel with the right hand, maybe. And play around with it a little bit. Where does it feel best for you? One more breath here. we'll breathe in, draw the hips back through center. Nice big breath in. Nice big breath out, letting it go. Noticing if there's anything else your body would like before we settle into our final shape, Shavasana. Checking in if you'd like to do Supta Baddha Konasana. Any movement at all. Anything at all. When you're done, you're done. You know you're done. Give yourself the rest and the ease that you do deserve, knowing that you are worthy. Feeling the integration of your two hemispheres, the two halves of your body that help us come into alignment, that help us be able to ascertain what the path is that is most integrated into our truth, that is most in alignment with the love that we already are. And when there is so much fear circulating, it can be very difficult to know which is the right course. I invite you to just tap deeply into the wisdom that you are, the wisdom that is inside your cells, that's inside your heart, that's inside your DNA. Give yourself a moment to rest in the knowing that you do know. You do know your truth. You know the frequency of love. You know that vibration very well. Receive your breath in, draw your awareness back into your body. Notice how your breath expands and moves you from the inside out. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Take as much time as you'd like. Reach up, overhead, reach down, up through the toes. Just create so much length and space in your body. And then we'll turn over to either side and press yourself up. Keeping the legs pretty heavy and soft to come to a comfortable seat. Find your foundation, root down. Maybe you find that little lift here, the mula bandha here.